How to turn a fraction to a decimal. You have to remember that fractions are actually indicated division. It's another way of writing division. It's the numerator divided by the denominator. So let me show you how it would look on a calculator. So it'd be 1, you enter the 1 first, the numerator first, the number on top first, divided by the denominator. And so it helps that when you enter it into a calculator, it kind of looks similar to the way a fraction would look. And you press enter, kind of sideways. And now you can see that the equivalent decimal is 0.25. Something else that I hope that would help you remember this is that if I were to draw 1/4, I would draw the whole pie, and I would have to cut it or splitting it in 4 equal pieces. So separating into equal pieces is dividing. Or breaking something up between people, that's dividing it, separating it, right, into 4 equal pieces. So that's how I know I need to divide by 4 when I see this fraction. Okay. And of course, you would shade one of them, but we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to focus on that. All right. Just one more example. If you were to do 2, let's see, 2/3, the way I would find that the decimal equivalent to 2/3 is 2. I would enter the calculator 2, and then I would press the number divide, and then I'd press 3, and then enter. And it's equal to 0.6666. So the equivalent decimal is it actually what's happening here is this 6 is going on forever, and they rounded that last 6 to a 7. So that's called it's a never-ending decimal. And they had to truncate it or round it off at some, they did not truncate, they rounded it off. So you may be having to round off decimals in your problems. So they may say round it to 2 decimal places. So then you would have to say, well, this is greater than 5. So then, oh, sorry, if you round to 2 decimal places and you look at the 3rd decimal place, and then you'd say that's greater than 5, you'd add 1 here, and so it'd be 0.06, 0.67. There you go. Hope you found this valuable.